Hi everybody, I'm Bill Sanders and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today I'm going to have what you might call an unboxing and a review. This is a reenactment to be sure. So let's get started. This is a watch came in this box. I'm going to hang on to this box. I need it later on for something. I'll tell you about that in a bit. Anyway, so in the box, in a lot of bubble wrap, was this watch by Dumore. Okay, well, you may well ask, who is Dumore? That is what we're going to talk about today, is Dumore's watch. Now, the one they sent me, take a look at, here's the box that came in. And this is the thing that about it that I really like. Instead of coming in sort of a great big case or an off case, it came in a travel case. I really like that. So you get a free travel case along with it. And inside, here's the watch. Now, to be reasonably honest, okay, I've opened it up, I've worn it, and I wound it up and let it run for a day, and keeps really good time. Okay. All right. Now, so let's get a little closer look at this watch, and I want to tell you all about it because I think you're going to find it surprising in a lot of ways, and surprising in good ways. Well, I've got it on now, so let's take a look at it. The Dumoro DM02 is the name of the watch. It's made in Switzerland. The whole thing is made in Switzerland except for the band. The band is made in Italy. It's designed in California by Carlo Aiello. Now, I was sort of like, as a designed in California, all of my iPhones, when I get an iPhone that has designed in California, it's made elsewhere. This one is designed in California, made in Switzerland. So, little thing at the bottom down here, it says Swiss made, which means if they can say that, it's got to be made, some percentage has to be made. Well, all of this one is made in Switzerland. Carlo is an architect and product designer, so he did essentially the design of the watch. Now, the DM02 has more than one look to it, and different color combinations and different straps. We'll take a look at that, and different hands. We'll take a look at that in a second. It's 39 millimeters wide. 9.5 millimeters thick, and you can see it's not a big fat watch, and it's not a super thin watch, but it's got a nice size to it. Polished 316L stainless steel. It's the good stuff. Heat blued hands. Now, this is something on I don't know how you can see it. You have to get the light just right to see the blue, but that's true with all blued hands. It's called the hands are called Feuille hands, or leaf hands. I tried to do French and I always have problems with it. Center seconds, it's hand wound, which I like. And like I said, the different color hands and leather straps come with the different color combinations. So let's take a look. The color combinations that it comes in is black, salmon, white and silver, and then royal blue. And you can see some of the strap, like on the black one, has sort of a lighter tan strap. This one it's hard to see, but this one is blue leather, a very dark blue leather. And the other straps they have, depending on their style. Now, in looking at the different parts of it, I think that if you're going to get a watch, any watch, you know, some close-ups. So I took a number of close-ups from just about every angle I could think of, and It's a very nice looking watch. I used a close-up lens. I used all kinds of things to get a good view of this, and it looks nice. Um, Now, as not unexpected, the most important part for me is the movement. And so take a look at the movement. Now, the movement is a Sellita SW210-1. It's 4 hertz, 28,800 semi-oscillations per hour. Now, they're different. Not only are there different grades, there are 4 different grades of the Sellita. Just like the ETA, pretty much they're almost identical, but they're also 4 different grades of definition. And to give you a sense of it, what they call is the D1 is without decoration, and you can see that one on the left there. And everything is, I mean, it's not nasty, but it's just sort of plain with everything. On the one on the right is called a refined definition. There's one more that's called, I don't know, hallelujah definition or something like that. But the refined definition, you can really tell. It's got the bridges with the Geneva stripe. By the way, too, these pictures are from the Sellita site. These are not from the watch, from advertising the watch. And I wanted to do that so we could take a look at the movement and see if it does what it's supposed to do on here. So you've got these. Another thing that the refined has, it has the blue screws. I don't know if they're heat blued or not, but they're blue. The way they react to light, they look like the heat blued ones, but I don't know for sure. Up at the top, you can see a little perlage right next to the balance wheel. It's a nice big balance wheel. I love this little movement, by the way. It's got a huge balance wheel to it. Now it says it's got snail bevels. I don't know where the snail bevels are. I haven't seen them. They're in there somewhere. They may be under a plate or some other plate, or that may be a reference to the perlage. I'm not sure. Now it says it has a snail crown wheel and a snailed ratchet. It doesn't. Neither one of those are snailed. In the picture, they're not snailed. I don't know what they're thinking. They have more of a sunray decoration, and I don't know. The guy writing the write-up for Sellita wasn't paying much attention, I guess. It's nickel plated. Now you have options for engravings and blued screws and so forth. Let me take it off. I haven't seen what engravings are here. Yeah, it has right here, it has the name of you can't see it, but we'll take a closer look at the back in a second. It does have, it has engraving, and it's got the blued screws. Rhodium plated, gold plated. There's certain elements of it. I think some of the balances may be gold plated. It may be on all of them. I'm not sure. Anyway, so that's what it is. I mean, so first of all, the movement itself is called an elaboré. Okay, an elaboré movement has about a 7-second kind of variation. The number one or the lowest one, the standard one, has a 15 seconds. So it'll give you an idea. Also, to the elaboré version is adjusted to 3 positions. Okay, now so let's take a look at the real one and see how we can compare. I tell you, I swear to God, this thing looks. This is a picture I took of the back here. It looks better than the drawings that they had, but it's got what it says. You can see the Geneva waves. You can see the perlage up at the top there. You have the movement calendar. This is another thing. This is so important to me, and it should be to you too. And a lot of people could care less, but if you're going to be a watch collector, and if you're going to get a mechanical watch, you need to know the movement. There are Sellita movements in watches that have some phony baloney name for them that makes you believe they're an in-house caliber. Sellita makes perfectly good movements. They had at one time ETA couldn't keep up with their business really, and so they asked Sellita if they could help out, and they gave them a lot of the most popular ETA movements were made by Sellita, given a Sellita, I guess, some kind of coding, some caliber name that's different from the ETA, but they were almost exactly ETAs. And a lot of people say, oh, they're a knockoff of ETAs. They're more than a knockoff. They're an exact one of some, plus they have their own movements. And there have been claims, and I won't say one thing either, that actually Sellita made a lot of improvements that ETAs didn't have. So it's just had a reputation of being a knockoff, and it never was. And this one is a nice one, I think. I have some arrows that are pointing to the blued screws, and I said they don't look very blue to me in the picture, and so I angled it, took another picture, and you can see up there, up in the upper right, that it is blue. It just, I don't know. Another thing I just noticed is sort of nice. A lot of people, I'm of two minds of these. They're really great. On the one hand, it's a quick release. You can flip this thing and off comes the strap, and you can put another strap on, a different kind of strap. A lot of people like those if they're swapping straps. They're nice. I'll put it. I like the ones that you need to use a spring bar tool with. Okay, so this is pretty much it. It's a nice watch. The thing that's most surprising is the price. $1,250. I guess they're available at dumoro.com. As in terms of a type of a watch, I think they were described by, maybe it was Carlos as a dress watch. Well, compared to a sports watch, yeah. I took it and showed it to a friend, and he said, that's a great everyday watch, and I agree with that. I think it is it's the kind of thing you could wear to the office or wear to work every day, and it's just a nice watch. I mean, it doesn't look like one of these quickie jobs that just doesn't look cheap, and it's inexpensive. Now, when we're talking about $1,250, we had been talking about this earlier today. When we spend money on watches, especially collectors, we don't have a brain in our head. $1,250 you can get a lot for. I mean, imagine some other kind of purchase that when I get together with my wife, we spend a lot of time talking about a $1,250 purchase. For a watch show of this quality, it's a very good price because watches are crazy high. This one, you got a great case, you got a very well designed dial, you have choices of some different colors. I really like it. So there's in about, a little over a month from now, I'm going to have a surprise involving this watch. So anyhow, one last thing, I happen to have it here. Certain things they didn't have to do. And, here you have a travel. This is a nice travel case. And they also put another thing in here I haven't mentioned. There's a little cleaning cloth. It's always nice to keep your watch nice and polished up, and they have that for that. So I was very, very happy to see this watch and to see everything about it. What I like the most is they're honest about everything. They tell you the caliber of the movement. They tell you what it's made from. They tell you everything. So important to me. Anyway, let me know what you think. And until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection.